I bet you didn't know that a tattered scarf could change a life. Lila's story proves it. This scarf, worn and frayed, was more than just a piece of fabric. It was a symbol of hope, a reminder of love, and a testament to resilience. Lila's journey began in the most unlikely of places, where dreams seemed impossible and hope was a rare commodity. Lila started her journey in the rain-soaked slums. The streets were always wet, the air thick with the scent of damp earth and despair. But for Lila, these streets were home. She knew every corner, every alley, and every face. The slums were a place where survival was a daily battle, and every day was a test of endurance. With calloused hands and a heart full of hope, she'd scrub floors and sell flowers, clutching a faded scarf her mother had knitted. Each flower she sold was a step towards a better future. Each floor she scrubbed was a testament to her determination. Her hands bore the marks of her struggle, but her spirit remained unbroken. The scarf, a gift from her mother, was her constant companion, a reminder of the love and sacrifices that had shaped her. Life was tough, but she was tougher. Every challenge she faced only made her stronger. She learned to navigate the harsh realities of her world with grace and grit. Her determination was her greatest asset, and she wore it like a badge of honor. She knew that giving up was not an option, and she faced each day with unwavering resolve. When her mother, Mira, fell ill, Lila begged for medicine. The sight of her mother in pain was unbearable, and she was willing to do anything to ease her suffering. She pleaded with pharmacists, doctors, and anyone who would listen. But in a world where money spoke louder than words, her pleas often fell on deaf ears. The desperation in her eyes was a reflection of the love she had for her mother, and she was determined to find a way to help her. Desperation led her to steal it, racing through alleys with guards hot on her trail. The decision to steal was not made lightly, but it was a choice born out of necessity. As she ran through the narrow alleys, her heart pounded in her chest, and the sound of pursuing footsteps echoed in her ears. She knew the consequences of her actions, but the thought of her mother's suffering pushed her forward. The scarf, now a symbol of her defiance, fluttered behind her as she ran. Mira's whispered words were her anchor. "We survive. Together." Those words, spoken in moments of quiet desperation, became Lila's mantra. They were a reminder that no matter how difficult the journey, they would face it together. The bond between mother and daughter was unbreakable, and it gave Lila the strength to keep going. Mira's words were a source of comfort and a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. Lila juggled 3 jobs: diner waitress, factory worker, and night school student. Her days were long and exhausting, but she never complained. Each job was a stepping stone towards a better future, and she approached each task with unwavering dedication. At the diner, she served customers with a smile, even when her feet ached from standing all day. In the factory, she worked tirelessly, her hands moving with practiced efficiency. And at night, she studied, her eyes heavy with fatigue, but her mind sharp with determination. Her fingers blistered, her hope frayed, but she never sold her soul. The physical toll of her labor was evident in the blisters and calluses that marred her hands. But despite the pain, she never lost sight of her dreams. Her hope, though tested, remained intact. She knew that her hard work would eventually pay off, and she refused to compromise her values for the sake of convenience. Her integrity was her most prized possession, and she guarded it fiercely. Even when a factory boss demanded favors for extra pay, she chose integrity over easy money. The proposition was tempting, especially given her financial struggles, but Lila knew that accepting such an offer would mean betraying her principles. She stood her ground, refusing to be swayed by the promise of quick cash. Her decision was a testament to her character, and it earned her the respect of her peers. She knew that true success could only be achieved through hard work and honesty. She taught herself coding on a discarded smartphone, turning her handmade jewelry into an online sensation. The smartphone, a discarded relic, became her gateway to a new world. She spent countless hours learning to code, her fingers dancing across the screen as she absorbed new skills. Her handmade jewelry, crafted with love and care, found a new audience online. The internet became her marketplace, and her creations quickly gained popularity. Each piece of jewelry was a reflection of her journey, and it resonated with people from all walks of life. Investors took notice, and Lila Designs was born. The success of her online store attracted the attention of investors who saw the potential in her unique creations. Business meetings, once a distant dream, became a reality. Lila presented her designs with confidence, her passion shining through in every word. The investors were impressed, not just by her talent, but by her story. They saw in her a resilience and determination that set her apart, and they were eager to support her vision. Years later, Lila emerged in a sharp blazer, stepping out of a sleek car into a transformed neighborhood. The journey from the slums to success was long and arduous, but Lila had made it. The sleek car and sharp blazer were symbols of her hard-earned success, but they were not what defined her. The neighborhood, once a place of struggle, had transformed along with her. The streets that had once been filled with despair were now bustling with hope and opportunity. Lila's success was not just her own, it was a beacon of possibility for others. The same people who once sneered now sought her favor. Success had a way of changing people's perceptions. Those who had once looked down on her now admired her. They sought her advice, her approval, and her favor. But Lila remained grounded, never forgetting where she came from. She knew that true success was not measured by the opinions of others, but by the impact she had on the world around her. She used her newfound influence to uplift others, always mindful of the struggle she had overcome. She stayed true to herself, sipping lemonade at grand parties, not champagne. The grand parties, with their opulence and extravagance, were a far cry from the world she had known. But Lila never let the trappings of success change her. She preferred lemonade to champagne, a simple choice that spoke volumes about her character. She remained true to her values, always remembering the lessons she had learned along the way. Her authenticity was her greatest strength, and it endeared her to those who knew her story. When asked for her secret, she said, "They hated me when I had nothing." In interviews and public appearances, Lila was often asked about the secret to her success. Her response was always the same, a reflection of her journey and the challenges she had faced. She spoke candidly about the prejudice and disdain she had encountered when she had nothing. Her words were a reminder that success was not just about wealth or status, but about resilience and integrity. She wanted others to know that they too could overcome adversity just as she had. "Now they love me for what I have." The admiration she received now was a stark contrast to the disdain she had faced in the past. People were drawn to her success, but Lila knew that true love and respect were not based on material possessions. Her confidence was rooted in her journey, in the knowledge that she had earned her success through hard work and perseverance. She carried herself with grace, always mindful of the lessons she had learned along the way. "But only one person loved me for who I am." Amidst the accolades and admiration, Lila never forgot the one person who had always believed in her. Her mother's love had been her anchor, her guiding light. Mira had loved her unconditionally, not for what she had, but for who she was. That love had given her the strength to face every challenge, and it remained her most cherished possession. In moments of reflection, Lila would think of her mother, grateful for the love and support that had shaped her journey. Lila's journey from rags to riches is not just about wealth, it's about the unbreakable bond of family. Her story was a testament to the power of love and resilience. It was a reminder that true wealth was not measured in material possessions, but in the strength of the bonds we share with those we love. Lila's journey was a celebration of family, of the sacrifices and support that had made her success possible. It was a story of hope, of perseverance, and of the unbreakable spirit that had carried her through the darkest of times. Wealth is measured by the hearts you keep. In the end, Lila's story was a reminder that true wealth was found in the connections we make and the love we share. Her journey had been filled with challenges, but it had also been filled with love and support. The tattered scarf, once a symbol of her struggle, was now a symbol of her triumph. It was a reminder that no matter how difficult the journey, the bonds of family and the strength of the human spirit could overcome any obstacle. Lila's story was a testament to the power of resilience, and a reminder that true wealth was measured by the hearts we keep.